Welcome. So Moodle is basically a free LMS. It's an open source software. This basically means that users and organizations have the freedom to run, study, share, and modify the software to meet their requirements. Open source LMS can appear to be an attractive value proposition, especially for mid-sized companies, institutions, and organizations. However, it may have critical disadvantages which are often not talked about, such as hosting is done on own cloud, which means you're spending heavily on storage. And also Open LMS assumes a level of technical know-how which may be missing in your organization. In most cases, whenever someone hears open source LMS, you should understand that it does not really imply it's free of cost, as we'll have to allocate funds to setting up the platform, arranging storage areas. By storage areas, we mean the hardware and the cloud where you will have host your platform, and keeping IT personnel in place to run the whole system. Leading LMS options such as Moodle are offer 2 upgrades a year, calling for additional round of development on the end of those who have undertaken under Moodle to use the platform. Without the talent of or partnering with an open source LMS, you will need an additional and often extra hand that can be able to manage and give support for seamless functioning of the LMS. And this will add up to the cost that you will end up using at the institution or at your organization. What I have shared on the screen is just a brief explanation of the open source LMS pros and cons. So I'll quickly go through the pros, which is it's free of cost because you can just download the open source direct from the web and install on your own servers. It has unlimited users in that you're not restricted to the number of users that can be uploaded on your platform. Therefore, you're not incurring extra cost for the license of the extra users. And then the customization, in that the design and add-on of new features can be done as per your institutional needs. And then there's the last one, which is the community support. By community support, it means here that since several institutions and organizations may be using the open source LMSs, you'll be able to get information online from the online community, and they may be able to support you should you be facing any challenges. Some of the cons of the open source LMS include that they're not user-friendly. It's not user-friendly, rather. There's no technical support. There are several hidden costs, and you will definitely be requiring technical expertise for someone who understands the platform well. So now I will proceed now to look further into the cons of the open source LMS. First one is that we talked about is that it's not user-friendly. By this, it means it can be extremely complicated to use, especially for beginners. It does not have a friendly interface, user interface, which makes it difficult as well for administrators, not just the users, but administrators as well. It definitely, therefore, it's complex deployment procedures and it needs technical skills, someone who understands it and has knowledge to upgrade and customize it. When we mention technical support, unlike the LMS, other LMSs such as MLIMO, Moodle and other open source learning management systems don't come with dedicated technical support. As the customization and administration of an open source LMS is the responsibility of those who are using this open source platform. Therefore, you have to debug and upgrade the software on your own at institutional level. Yes, there might be tutorials available online, but it may take time to understand them and solve the problem that you may be experiencing at hand. You will as well need a dedicated technical team to administer this support. And this again will cost you money. As I had mentioned in the previous post, that it will cost you money, there is also the hidden cost of deployment. They may not have any license fee for OpenLMS, but there are other costs that will be factored in, like setting up, the hosting fee, customization, support and maintenance, and upgrading. And therefore, you have to maintain and support this at your own, or you will need to hire someone to do it for you, therefore incurring the extra cost. And the last point, which is the need for technical expertise. After installation of the OpenLMS, you will need a dedicated team to manage all activities on the platform. Institutions and organizations will need to hire and give someone who will give their time to the LMS, especially if the IT department is more than limited. So what are the qualities of a great learning management system? So for a great learning management system, I will just go through the bullet points and then I will dive further into explaining all of them. So a great learning management system, it encourages self-paced learning, it permits customization of courses, it helps conduct continuous assessment, there is the compiling of reports, there is the use of mobile, it encourages the use of mobile, and has a friendly interface. To look at each of the points that I've mentioned further, now, a great LMS provides online classes. Therefore, it means that it facilitates learners' online activities where students and trainees can gain professional knowledge regardless of their physical location, because there's the online classroom. It encourages the self-paced learning. In that reliable LMSs, such as the MLM, allow instructors to upload heavy teaching material because there's plenty of data storage available. And students are able to learn at their own pace and get motivation and engagement to a great extent. There is also the permitting of customization of courses. By this, trainers customize the software according to the market image and requirements of the institution or organization. The LMS can have allowance for adaptability and flexibility to suit the needs and goals of an institution and organization, and it guarantees customer satisfaction because everything is customized to the client's requirement. And then it also helps conduct continuous assessment. An effective LMS such as MLM provides trainers with test-generating options to gauge the student's proficiency. By test-generating options, here you can put quizzes and assignments. And therefore, in order to make the assessment effortless, the LMS provides trainers with the unlimited options of multimedia to different other varied formats. Not only that, but the LMS also facilitates trainers in compiling the test results to measure the learner's progress. There's also the compiling of reports, which I had briefly mentioned in the previous one, where a teacher has given quizzes or assignments, and they're able to grade the learner's progress. Therefore, compiling reports of those tests and quizzes that the students have done. Therefore, not only does this great LMS, such as MLM, help prepare tests, but it also facilitates trainers in compiling the results and reports to measure the student or the learner's progress. Apart from the results, attendance records, test reports can be compiled as well. And the students' strength are able to be improved because there will be reports sent out to them. Therefore, they will know where to put more effort. And the LMS can help trainers modify the courses accordingly. This can help determine if a course is a success or not, and eventually help trainers, institutions, and organizations gain more return on investment. There's also the encouraging of use of mobile devices. An ideal LMS like MLM encourages the use of tablets and smartphones for learning. This eliminates the restrictions of having access to the internet 24/7. And this LMS allows learners to gain training while on the move. It saves therefore time, aids in accessibility, and increases learners' engagement as well, because there is the offline capability of the LMS. Therefore, students can learn anywhere, anytime, on any device. And the last point is it has a user-friendly interface. As compared to the open source, which may be very confusing to the eye and hard to understand, an ideal and updated LMS such as MLIMU will have a user-friendly interface that is easy and pleasant to use by learners. It allows users to navigate easily, as I said, it has a friendly interface, and it's easy on the eyes, simple to use functions, and to adapt, not only for the learners, but for the trainers alike.
Yeah, thanks, Christine. So my name is George Ominde. Now I will be taking care of the questions and answers. So let me first check if we have questions. So far on the chat, there are no open questions. So anybody with any query on the open source LMS softwares? So looking at the charts, it's saying, what do you mean by offline LMS? So a learning management system, like the normal learning management systems, are normally web-based. So it means that when institutions or clients use web-based learning management systems, it means they have the quality that they will be giving will at some point be a disadvantage to the people who are especially studying in remote areas. So what we mean by offline LMS is that the solution that we give can be accessed twofold. First access is on the web, which is 100%. Then the second access that we mean is on the mobile app. So on the mobile app, offline access will work in this way. So what will happen is that once the students download the MLIMU LMS, the teacher app and the student app, the data or the content will be synced into that device. And then afterwards, the students will not need, or the users will not need internet for that kind of content access. So they will be able to watch their videos nonstop without connectivity to the internet. They will be able to access their PDF documents and Word documents or extra resources. They will be able to view all the text and all the materials that they have within their LMS offline. And then if they are also able to collaborate, send messages, participate in chats and forums, and this will not entirely need internet for access. And then the teachers as well will be able to create content. They will be given an opportunity to create their content. They will be able to create videos. They will be able to edit their materials and just post it to the students. And then when the students get connection, or when the solution now gets little connection, then all these things that were being done offline will be updated. So that is what we mean by offline access. So the other LMS, the open source LMSs, are 100% offline, but then MLIMU, which is a premier solution, is offers both. So it offers the web-based version, which is 100% online, and then the offline version, which is I would say 99% offline. So that is what we mean. So let me go to the second question. I can see there is a Gladys says, sorry, I just joined late due to an overlapping activity, so that is okay. And then it says, do you have LMS? Can we get custom features like online application submission and intakes and shortlisting of applicants? Yeah, so we at MLIMU provide complete learning management solutions that can come with all the features. So what we normally give is a complete LMS solution that comes with, the first thing that it comes with is a prospectus tracking system. So this is normally the system that allows you to collect data from your prospective students, and then just build your database. And then the PTS, which is the prospectus tracking system, sends notifications to these students, giving them alerts on when the courses are available, when the programs that are interested are open, and the discounts that are given, and all the opportunities that those kind of programs provide. Then after that, we give an online registration platform that now allows students to apply, the prospects now to apply online, so that they are admitted into the institution. Then once they have applied, the shortlisting is done from the back end with the admissions committee, and then they are either admitted or rejected. So once they're admitted, now they come into contact with the MLIMU LMS, which is both web-based and app-based. And then on your question specifically, where you're asking about, do we do applications? Yes, we give a complete customized application solutions, both for your trainers, who in this case could be teachers or lecturers, and then the students as well. And then on top of that, if the management needs to see real-time reports, we also give a management dashboard that allows them to see day-to-day activities on the platform and the reports that they currently need. And then on top of that, we can also add alumni features if you really like to. Then let me check the other question. So he is also asking, do you what will be the expenses of hosting MLIMU? So MLIMU, if you are hosting MLIMU, we will not charge you any infrastructure cost. So all we will do is we will take care of all the servers, we will take care of all the hosting, everything. Zero infrastructure on your side. The only thing that we will charge you is a license fee, which will be on a per user basis, which will cover all the other costs. So there will be no additional cost or any hidden cost. We'll just give one cost, which is a license fee on a per user basis, and this will now be in charge of hosting, unlimited hosting, unlimited access or user creations, unlimited upgrades, and unlimited development, because as time goes by, we normally develop the content, and so we are able to just make the necessary changes free of cost to our clients. And then the other question is, let me just see on the chart. So where is MLIMU based and how is support handled? Are you taking care of the technical support or both? So MLIMU is a Kenyan company. So it is based in Nairobi, Kenya. And then we have our development hub, which is in Noida, India. And then the headquarters is in Washington, DC. So we have support teams in those areas where we have offices to make sure that we give around the clock support in different time zones. So it means that at any given time, we will always be having teams that are ready and waiting to support our clients. And then the other part is, are you offering technical support? Yes, we do. We offer technical support. We are able to do whatever the clients want, because sometimes what we normally, from experience, when clients request us to give them their platform, they normally want small changes here and there, which we readily do. Then the technical team is also in charge of advising and advising the clients on the new trends and what is happening in the solution world, and then asking them if getting approvals for them to just make their systems better as we go along. And then I have seen another one. He's asking about the online examination. So he's saying he has found that we also offer online examinations. Yeah. So MLIMU is we have been offering online examination systems, but then in Africa, it has not been a very big thing, because most of the institutions or the regulations had been in the past that online exams should have been done the traditional way, that is within the rooms where the invigilation is done. But then due to current developments and even the advances that we are experiencing and the need to conduct exams online, and even the technologies that are now coming into play, MLIMU is now at the top of the bar, which is now a leader in online examination delivery. So for instance, we have conducted online examinations in top universities across the world, and we are open if any institution wants to conduct online exams on MLIMU. And then I think can check on the last one. Let me just check another one. So there's another user says, I found out that you use online proctoring tool for online examination. Can you please brief how that works? So our online proctoring works in a very different way. So that is basically you're asking about the online exam. So what happens is that when we give an online examination system, what happens is that we give three key features. So the first one is the AI, artificial intelligence and face matching tool. And then the second one is the lockdown browser. And then the third one, now we give the excellent live proctoring user support. So what happens is that the AI element is where it recognizes your face. So immediately you go for an exam, the first thing is obviously the login. So you log in using your usernames and credentials. Then the second thing is that when you go to that exam, it will ask you to to match your face. So when you click on match face, it will open your camera, then it will see you and then verify that your face is what is on the database of the university or the institution from its database. Then it will give a check that the face match has been tested and it has been verified that you are the correct student who is now doing the exam. Then after that, during the examination, the camera, because it is on, it will be monitoring your actions. So you are not able to even use a phone to try and cheat during the examination. So that is how the AI works. Then it takes snapshots, and these snapshots can be shown in a screen, and everybody else who is invigilating that exam is able to actually see that the students are actually doing the exam. So we will have live images of those. Then he's also asking that what kind of reports are we getting in the LMS? In case we need more reports, do we pay additional fees? So we have several kinds of reports. So I'll just mention two. You could have daily reports, you could have faculty reports, you could have compliance reports. So compliance reports are basically reports whereby the administration or the management needs to see which courses are complying to the set regulations and policy and which ones are not. So we will flag them. We can have green color and we can have red color depending on the colors that you want. So if to say green color might mean those which are compliant. For example, you might need the lecturers to have 2 assignments, 2 quizzes, maybe 2 charts in a particular course. Then if you have that as policy and they don't comply to those, then obviously they will be marked as non-compliant. Then we also have the responsiveness. For example, you could set the rules for an institution. For example, you would say the assignments need to be graded 2 days after submission. Then maybe you would also say that students need to be responded to 2 hours after they have posted something on a forum. So this kind of regulations. So once you set them in the platform, then there is a compliance check that will mark all the activities and mark them as compliant and non-compliant. So these are the kind of reports. You are also able to get the access reports, the login reports, who is accessing what, at what time, what are they doing, and then you are able to generate all these kind of reports and then share with the management. So I believe I answered your question. So these are the kinds of reports. So we have like 100 reports, but I will just show and let you know of the few. Then he's also, another person is asking, do you have a support team in India or LMS for LMS or online exam? Yes, we do. We have a support team in India that supports India, Asia, let's say Asia, and then they also offer technical support to the rest of the world because no, India is the development hub of the world. I think I would be correct to say that. Then for online examination, we also have the best team in India that can handle all aspects because you see they are, first of all, they are the developers of the system. It means that they also have the technical capacity to offer the support for online exam. So the Indian team is well equipped. In fact, they're the best team because it's that's where we have where we have a very huge number of our team members. And then the Kenyan team is also huge. Because we have more clients, especially with different challenges in Africa, and then of course the US as well. And then the other question is which all countries are you supporting now? So we are currently supporting. I think last week it crossed 22. We were doing 20 countries. But then we added 2 more countries in the last 2 weeks. So we are now, it's starting from Kenya, Uganda, Ethiopia, Egypt, South Africa, Malawi, Zambia. So all those areas in Africa. So we are currently spreading and moving like wildfire because of the service that we provide and the technology that we actually provide. So being, I could see I have cleared all the questions. So there being no more questions, I would just take this opportunity to thank you so much for attending the session. Bye-bye and have a good day.